go. And this is the battery. Now these batteries will come with bolts for the top here, and that's pretty much it. So this is a WEZE YTX9BS 12 volt 8 amp hour battery. It's sealed lead acid. I could have gone with a lithium battery, but I just wanted to get this. This is sealed, so doesn't have a way of filling the battery up. To remove the battery of the Ninja 250, you have to first remove the side panel, and then I've already done this. There's a bolt here that attaches the seat, and then one on the other side, and then there's the other plastic you have to remove and unbolt that, and then you can pull off the battery. This is the battery here. To reach the battery, it's pretty simple. There's two bolts here. Once you remove the side panels and the seat, there's also this cover, and there's another bolt here. It's a Phillips head bolt that you have to remove, and you can just put this aside like this. It's where the relays are of the bike. Once you do that, you can take a 10mm socket like this with an extension and unbolt the screws, the negative and the positive terminal. And there we go. As soon as it's loose, all you have to do is untwist the 10mm wrench and get it all out. Battery, and this battery it's just a little bit different. It's a YTX9BS. It's the same, but it's a different make. This is a USA brand. That's a very good brand, so if you can afford this, get it. I don't see much point. This is the one that uses the distilled water up here, and there's videos on people that recycle these batteries, so I usually just turn it in an auto parts store, and they'll just take care of it. One of the things you're going to be doing with the nuts that come with the batteries, you're going to fit them in here. And one of the things that happens is that when you have the terminal on top, it never seems to catch that nut. So what I'm going to be doing is doing it outside of the bike, just kind of untwisting it, raising it up, and I'm going to take just a piece of packaging that came with the bike, and you can use anything. It's just kind of like help raise it slightly up. It's actually going to stay up. That way we can screw this back on there and not have any issues. It's just a quick way of doing this. So let's go ahead and put this in the bike. And this is the positive terminal. Screw it. Make sure that positive is red. And then you take the part that came out of the old battery and screw it in by hand. Use a screwdriver or a 10mm wrench to fit it. Just make sure that everything is well routed. That looks like this. And I'm just going to fit it. The way you fit it is you put it down like this, and there's these tabs here, and you push it down, and now, actually I think that's a little redundant, but I don't think there's much of a point. But I like ease of maintenance when it comes to bikes, and this bike is easy to maintain, but the problem is it's such a small engine that it requires a little bit more adjustment. Let's see. Turn on. We have the lights. So here we are, guys. The battery works. One thing I found that was really interesting, and this happened to me on my 08 Ninja 250 as well, and it happened to me close to Canada when I was doing a ride in Memorial Day. What happens is that if the floats are not adjusted properly, and I don't know if they were adjusted properly on this bike, I just changed the oil, and I had a suspicion that there was something happening in the oil. And you know what came out instead of oil? Gas. That whole pan over there is just full of gas instead of oil. So I had the same issue that I had when I adjusted the carbs, and I bet that if I change the oil beforehand instead of the carburetors, I think it would work, but probably wouldn't work very well. So here it is, the bike is running with the new battery and everything. I am going to be just putting on the seat. And then I'm going to go for a little bit of a quick spin. There is a bit of a tornado warning, but I was amazed to see all that gas coming out where oil should be. So I just filled it up, and the bike it started up right away, and I don't know what was happening. I think I left it sitting for about 3-4 days until the battery came, and then I went to start it, and I found that the engine was kind of like locked. You know, I would crank it and it would feel like it would go to, the cylinders would move and then stop. And that's an issue with hydro locking. So that's the case, is that like the gas was going inside the engine because the carburetors were just getting so full, you know, then it drains into the engine or something like that. Anyway, this is one of the reasons I hate carbureted bikes. So I'm kind of glad I got it to run again, because I would hate to remove all that plastic again and adjust the carburetors, but I think I still might have to. I might have to look at those float bowls and see how they are. I think it might be letting too much gas into the engine. So we will see. I'm going to take it for a test drive in a bit, and we'll see how it goes, but I'm very happy that it's running. Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.